Neil Francis Lennon has literally been linked with every single job under the sun this season. Well, apart from the Rangers job when Philip Clement sadly left Glasgow. Sadly is a bit of a joke. But moving on, Dunfermline, of course, they sacked Big Michael. And now they want apparently Neil Lennon. And see, to be honest, I wasn't going to make this vid because I honestly, I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of talking about Neil Lennon being linked with a new job. But according to the Daily Mail, Dunfermline Athletic want Neil Lennon to become their new head coach, with the former Celtic manager considering a bumper offer tabled by Scottish Championship club. Now, according to the Courier, talks are ongoing between Dunfermline and Neil Lennon, with an agreement thought to be within touching distance. The Scottish Championship club have made the former Celtic manager their top target after sacking Michael Tidser on Monday. And then, according to the Dunfermline Press, Neil Lennon is the 2-1 favourite to be Dunfermline Athletics' new head coach ahead of Stuart Kettlewell, Callum Davidson, Robbie Nielsen, Ian Murray, Kevin Thompson, Davy Martindale, and Stevie Naismith. So, but then I'm pretty sure, I can't even remember what job it was, right? But I am actually fairly positive that Neil Lennon was like 64 to get a job earlier this season. And I can't actually remember what it was. I mean, I say I can't remember what it was. He's been linked with every job. It might have been the Motherwell job actually, but it is kind of crazy how many jobs this guy's actually been linked with, and I think he's too good for Dunfermline, man. And you know what? For any, I don't know if there's any Dunfermline fans like sticking their nose up at this, but we're talking about a guy that has won trophies in this league, in this country, even, right? Obviously not the championship. Did he? No, he didn't. Did he? Was Neil? No, he wouldn't have been. Neil Lennon was. There's no way Neil Lennon was manager of Hibs in the championship. Anyway, league titles, a Scottish championship side getting a manager that's won league titles in the Premiership. I mean, it's crazy. Beggars can't be choosers, and I'm not saying Dunfermline fans are, but to me, it's a no-brainer. If Neil Lennon wants his job, then I would intend to give him it. Problem is, though, what is the future? Dunfermline are pretty pish, right? But if you look at Ayr, and Ayr, I think I need a bit of Ayr. If you look at Ayr with Scott Brown, he came in last season. They were relegation, hovering above it. He's turned them around, and now he's got them into the playoff positions. Yeah, a title challenge has faded away, but is the goal from Dunfermline, right, Lennon, keep us up this season and next season, make an almighty push and try and get us into that top four playoffs and maybe an outside chance challenge for the league? Because here, see Dunfermline, big club, big fan base, and I think the league massively would benefit from them being in the Premiership. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But it's not as simple as saying, well, keep us up, Neil, and then turn it around and sort of suit and send us back to the promised land in the Premiership. Of course, it's not that simple, right? If it was that simple, someone else would have took the job and done it by now. But Dunfermline have kind of just been in limbo, man. A lot of years in League One, a lot of years in the Championship. Don't really know what the end game is for them. They just don't really seem to ever get going. It's stop, start, stop, start. Obviously, they'll be fuming about what Falkirk have done, but at the same time, use it as a blueprint. You know what I mean? You use what Falkirk have done as a blueprint and attempt to try and do something with it, because it can be done. Not many people expect that Falkirk to come straight back up and challenge. Same with Airdrie last season. They came up and battled for promotion. It can be done. I mean, how many seasons did we see in a row there? Were like Arbroath, Queen's Park, right? Rafe, like we're all at the top, like challenging for the league, albeit none of them have actually seen it through. But there's hope there. You know what I mean? And I think if there's a manager to do it, surely it would be a guy that's won the Scottish Premiership a lot of times. And Hibs' best spell came under Neil Lennon recently. I know he didn't win any trophies, but I think that's when they were like at their strongest in the Premiership. Obviously, Davy Gray's done a good job this season to get them back up to a relative level in that respect. But yeah, no brainer for me for Dunfermline. As for Lennon, I mean, he could get a much better job, but he's probably cushy just doing his Sky Sports, Premier Sports appearances, and maybe he's waiting for a better job to appear. I'm hearing rumours this morning about Brendan Rodgers to Tottenham, but I don't know how much truth there is in it, man. It's simply just speculation. So, yeah, if something serious reports it, I guess we'll make a fid on it. But Yeah, it'd be funny if Ange left, Rodgers goes to Tottenham, and Ange went back to Celtic. Be some weird merry-go-round, my friends. But anyway, Neil Francis Lennon, do you want him at Dunfermline? Leave it down below.